So Big Order was an anime that had a lot of potential with how unique and interesting the story was in the first episode, and the way people get their powers were very interesting. But Big Order was sadly wasted potential, and in this video I want to talk about why Big Order was such a disappointing anime. Now, Big Order, the reason why it's so disappointing is one, it only has 10 episodes, and the plot of the story is way too much for 10 episodes in my opinion. Like, there's so much with the plot, so much happens over these 10 episodes that you would think it would have like at least 25, but it goes so fast, and the pacing and the way they change up some of the different stuff, because it goes from like, oh, the story's about to go this way, and then it switches up because there's like literally so much they're trying to cram in here. I saw that the manga has 10 volumes. I didn't see how many chapters it had, and I didn't even see how many chapters the anime even covered. I don't even know if it was like a good adaptation or not, but from what I watched, it was disappointing because this had a lot of potential. Like, it reminded me a little bit of Future Diary, probably because of the animation. The animation style is kind of close to Future Diary, and how the main character is. He's kind of different than like the main character from Future Diary, because like, one, he actually has powers, and then like he actually toughens up and uses his stuff, but he does complain a little bit. But he also had like a crazy girl like Ren, who's crazy, like what you call it, from where's the name, Mirai Nikki from Future Diary, that's crazy like her. But there was some similarities there, but it just seemed like it was interesting because like there's like, because they got these powers and they're called orders, and the way they get these powers is they get it from like this, I guess you could say quote unquote a fairy, because like she comes and appears out of nowhere, and like she like literally answers everybody's wishes, and that's how people get these powers, because like they wish for something. Like, one person asks the like wishes to be the strongest in the world, so you get strong powers and stuff like that. So you have people that have these powers called orders. And like literally the premise of it, because like he meets these people called like the Order 10. At first it seems like they're going out to kill him, but they're not. They want him to basically be their leader and be their king. And like this was like very interesting, because like the way they present it is like he gets there and he's supposed to be the king, and like they literally like show his face and say he's the one that's going to take over the world and all that. And it seemed like very interesting, because like I was like, wow, this is like a very interesting story. And like that happens in the first few episodes, that they're literally talking about, oh, we're going to take over Japan, like prefect by prefect, until, or like area by area, until they basically take over all of it, and then they go after the world. That's like literally what the story was at first. And we get to see that because they send him off to like go to one place to be like, yo, you need to take control here, because like the main character's power is like this broken ability that lets him control everybody, and like is very broken. And also in this story, the main thing that happens is the main character, LG, whatever, he basically 10 years ago he destroyed the world with the wish he made with Daisy. Like, he basically destroyed it and killed a lot of different people, so a lot of people are upset with him. So when they find out it's him, like, you see all this hatred towards him, because the reason why the state of the world is the way it is because of him, like what happened 10 years ago. But this is where the problems start to arise. So let's get into this. So like I said, the first thing they issued in here is that like literally they want him to be the king and like to take over the world, since he has that control power. But then out of nowhere we get a plot of, oh, his dad's still alive. And like when we learn that his dad is still alive, it goes like a whole 180 to a whole different plot. And like, bro, there's only 10 episodes, and on top of that, he literally has multiple different love interests that they put in here. So I'm like, all this they're putting in just 10 episodes. That's why I was like, why? Like, they cram so much. And like, even when we get introduced to his dad still being alive, there's another plot that's introduced, and that's that his dad is trying to basically destroy the world again, that he can basically bring a god into the world, that the god can destroy the world. Yeah, like I said, there's so much like different stuff they add in here, because honestly, in my opinion, this anime should have had 25 episodes. That would at least been better than what they did, because it could have been fleshed out more. Because like I said, when I first saw that, when they were talking about like, oh, we're going to take over like Japan and like certain parts each time and like use the powers, I was like, oh, this is unique. But then we get introduced that his dad's still alive, and all this other plot, and a whole nother team that they have to fight, and I was kind of like, this is kind of a lot to introduce into 10 episodes. And it just seems like at the end it just ends, because like they take out the god so fast, the dad takes out, and even there's a plot of his sister actually is the one that actually destroyed the world 10 years ago, and like they both had like these memory things on their head that made them forget. So yeah, like I said, the plot just seemed like they had some stuff there. It just seemed like they kept trying to do too much. I don't know if they only had 10 episodes and this is like the whole story just crammed in, because like I said, there's 10 volumes. I looked it up, there's 10 volumes, and I'm pretty sure what happened is that the anime only got like only 10 episodes. Like they said they only can make 10 episodes, so they crammed the whole plot from the manga from them 10 volumes into this, and that's why it seems like it goes so fast. But if there's anybody that's read the manga, let me know, because I just feel like the plot went so fast. And also the one thing we do got to talk about is how Shorty that can see the future, how when Cuz touches the main character, touches her, she becomes pregnant. That's still the wildest thing ever. Like, I remember seeing that back in the day before I even watched this anime. I saw a meme saying like, oh, when you get pregnant from touch.
いや俺はそういうつもりじゃ
Yeah, it's wild. That's one of the wildest scenes in this whole anime, but it's so funny and out of pocket that it happens because I was like, bro, I was like, there's no way she's gonna get pregnant, and yep, she does from getting touched. And then like the baby basically disappears, and I'm like, we don't even know if it was a real baby or not. But yeah, that part in the anime was hilarious because I was like, bro, that was out of nowhere. And then like, it's interesting that they really do cram like they cram in here that he has different love interests. Like the first girl named Rin, who basically wants to kill him because her parents died, and like he wants to kill her, and like basically she has immortal powers and all that, and she's always trying to find ways to kill him until like basically he takes control of her, and like she even goes to the bad side because like she realized she's having feelings for the main characters. And of course, Rabbit Girl that gets pregnant, she's in love with him, and then even his stepsister is quote unquote likes him too. That's why I was like, how do you cram into 10 episodes all this stuff? But yeah, if you've seen Big Order, let me know how you feel about it. Because like I said, in my opinion, like I said, it was wasted potential. Because it seemed like we got so much like information crammed into 10 episodes. And I feel like we needed 25, 24, somewhere around there that could have at least like spread this out. Because it just seems like it's all cramped. Like, it just seems like there's so much information that's thrown us. And it seems like it goes one direction just to go another. Somebody's betraying somebody. Something else happened. Oh, we're introduced to a whole new team. Oh, his dad is still alive. Oh, his dad's a bad guy. Oh, his dad's trying to do this. His dad has his broken power. Oh, his dad's trying to bring a god. Oh, the sister is actually the one that made it destroy. I just feel like there was way too much plot points for 10 episodes. Like, way too much. I don't know why they crammed all this. I might have to go back and look into, like why exactly Big Order was made this way. But it seems like they crammed way too much. And from, like, what I was watching, I was like, damn, like, I just was watching just like, what is happening? Because I was confused, because I was like, how we go from here to there? It just seemed like each episode they went at a different place. Like, it kind of reminded me of, you know, like when you watch a regular cartoon, then like something like, let's say something like Ed, Edd and Eddy that really doesn't have a plot, or Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy that doesn't have a plot, so each episode is different and doesn't connect. That's kind of what Big Order reminded me in a way, because like at a certain point it just seemed like we were just going so fast paced, and like this is probably one of the few anime I've watched where the pacing is super fast, where it just seems like stuff is just happening. It was just going. That's what was happening in Big Order. It just seemed like they were just moving so fast, and so many different things were happening, and they kept changing like the plot and changing what needs to happen. Like, they go from one day them being fine to the next day they're getting attacked, to them going to attack a base. But yeah, I mean, it's not that bad of an anime. I just feel like it got rushed. I probably will pick up the manga maybe sometime in the future, like read it, because I want to know exactly, like, was the manga like this? Was the manga this rushed? But like I said, there was 10 volumes. Unless the volumes were super short, there's no way it could have been this rushed. I don't even know if they could even make a season 2 out of this, because the way this, like, it just seems like they crammed everything in 10 episodes. This was like way too much for 10 episodes. I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but dog, you have to, like, if you've not seen Big Order, you would know. Even if you have seen it, you know, like, why did this anime only have 10 episodes? It should have had more, because like they rushed this so much, and like even the climax was kind of meh because they just defeat the gods super easily, whatever. But yeah, if you've seen Big Order, let me know how you feel about it. Let me know, do you like the pacing? Let me know how exactly do you feel about it. Do you think it was actually rushed like the way I'm saying? Because I think it had a lot of potential. I think this anime could have been really good if it just wasn't rushed, and maybe if they would have took their time and gave us more episodes instead of cramming everything into 10. Because I feel like anytime an anime gets 10 episodes, it usually is like, especially unless it's like an anime that's covering a light novel, like Konosuba over there. Konosuba is one of the few anime that gets 10 episodes that can actually do it, because they're only covering a few light novels. But when it comes to something like this, for 10 episodes, it's like you can't cover a whole story like this unless you're going to make another season. And it was clear they were not going to make another season, and they just crammed everything and finished the series off. But which is crazy. I don't know why they did that, because this could have been a really lit series, and it could have probably got like multiple seasons. Probably could have got a season. I mean, it got season 1. It probably could have got a season 2 to finish the story. But sadly, we got left with a rush plot. But hey, they did give us Shorty getting touched and becoming pregnant. Getting her ears touched, I should say, and becoming pregnant is still a funny thing. But yeah, all in all, like I said, Big Order is a fun watch. It's a fun to watch because, like I said, there's certain scenes in here that you would want to watch if you like anime and all that. But besides that, it was kind of just like, it seemed like it had so much wasted potential, and it could have been way better if they would have took their time with it and gave us more episodes instead of 10. Because it just seemed like the plot was super rushed. But yeah, let me know how you feel about Big Order. If you've not seen it, why not watch it? You might enjoy it. If you're new, why not subscribe? If you enjoyed the video, why not subscribe? If you enjoyed the video, why not like? If you didn't, you could dislike. Subscribe if you really enjoyed. But yeah, like I said, Big Order was very rushed. It's sad that we only got 10 episodes because, like I said, this had a lot of potential to actually be unique. But sadly, we got a rushed anime, but it gave us some certain unique things. It was an okay anime, but it wasn't like as great as it could have been because it was super rushed and we got way too much plot for 10 episodes that was crammed into 10. Because this is an anime that probably needed 24 to 25 episodes or more if they could have. But sadly, it didn't. But who knows? Maybe in the future something might happen with Big Order. Maybe again in the future, but who knows? Probably not. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye.